What up, everyone? So, today I'm just going to be looking at the whole broader market and give you guys an update on what I'm seeing, just because there's a lot of panic and a lot of uncertainty and doubt in the market. So, I just wanted to let you guys know what I'm seeing. So, firstly, we'll start with SPX. I'm just going to get right into it. SPX, so it attempted to fill the gap, it got just short of it and then ripped higher, looking like a decent candle here. And we're basically just forming higher lows on lower time frames. So if you see here, we got, so if you see over here, we got this run up, higher low, this run up, higher high, higher low on the smaller time frame. So the trend is basically trying to shift here. If you guys can see the trend line from over here, we did break out from the downtrend. Wherever you place it, we did break out from the downtrend. So we're just trying to form a trend shift here, and we have PCE data tomorrow morning, which is very important news and should see us rip higher. I want to say to 5,800, and we're getting close to quarter end. So we've got PCE tomorrow on Friday, we've got the end of Q1 on Monday, which is going to see a lot of just up and down buybacks by funds, sell-offs by fund, just rebalancing their portfolios. Then April 1st, we've got the new quarter, second quarter money flowing in. April 2nd, we have Liberation Day, where all the tariffs are being implemented. So we'll see what happens with the market then. But so far, I do like what I'm seeing. I know a lot of people will say this is just a bear flag, which sure, it does look like it, but you have to look at other things such as breadth, sentiment, and other key aspects to see if there's indeed a bottom formed. So there's a lot of things that you look at. RSI is very oversold still. We have a trend shift with a bull gap open here. We had another bull gap open here. It got filled. We had another bull gap here. It partially got filled. So if we can get a third bull gap with only one bear gap remaining here and another one remaining here, 3 to 2 on the lower time frames here, well, on the daily time frames. Obviously we have a bunch of bull gaps under here, but just seeing a trend shift here, and this kind of setup here reminds me of the April 2024 correction that we had. So we did dip about 10% over here. We did dip about 10%, then ripped higher, bull gap open here, which this one stayed open like we have currently. Then we got a second bull gap, got filled, higher low, then higher high, another bull gap here, got filled, but then again, higher low, and then we just ripped to new highs. So I do think we'll see something of that sort, just because the NAIM, which is the NAAIM, showing how funds are exposed. It is currently at August lows, which means it's a buying opportunity. It's basically at these lows, and at the average, it's at 57 right now. The average is usually 56, 55, 56 on a market bottom. So I do think it's a good buying opportunity. If you look at BTC here, BTC is the number one risk on indicator, and it has been acting very well over the last couple of weeks. Basically bottomed with the market and kind of has a double bottom here off this long-term trend line, and I do think, it's just been chilling here, basically almost 4 inside days, not really inside days, but just chilling here, barcoding, and PCE could send us to 92, even 95k throughout this weekend. So BTC looks pretty much ready. I don't think new lows are necessary. I think this looks amazing. It's just been barcoding, digested all the good, bad news. We had the hack, we had the strategic reserve, we had the Miami, whatever. last week with basically a nothing burger from there, and we're just still chilling over here. So we'll see what ends up happening. The VIX hit 30 at its highest and has now broken 20. So this is also a leading indicator. It's under all key moving averages and just waiting on basically the tariffs on April 2nd just to see what other countries will do. How bad are these US tariffs going to be? And just to take off the fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market. Now, if we do look at Tesla over here, Tesla is the new market leader. Tesla looks very, very good over here. Do think the trend line, I would do this because fig breakout here, yeah, just chilling over here. So this is you want to break around 290, 300 here, and then it's clear skies, basically back to highs on the market leader. So I do like how Tesla's shaping up here. It does have an island bottom over here, so, and it's holding it nicely. So Tesla, I think, hinting that the market has turned, although this candle over here is pretty ugly. We're just going to ignore it for now. QQQ, on the other hand, is also maintaining higher highs and higher lows on the shorter time frame. So we do got to pay attention to that. QQQ is the leading index, and we need it to lead us higher if we want to get out of this market correction. So we also still have this huge bull gap open here, and it did, on the QQQ, the gap up from Monday did get filled, but that's fine. We have a doji over here, and then the size of candle. Obviously there's still about 10 minutes till the market closes, but that's looking pretty decent. Now I want to look at Nvidia because this was the previous market leader. Obviously it's been a long time, but it has not been leading the indices back up, and it does look pretty ugly. You know, Nvidia, if it breaks 100, can flush to 90, even 80s, and we kind of need to see the whole semi-sector act a little different for us to have confidence in a market bounce. Just, they don't even have to be leading, just looking a little bit decent, you know, because Microsoft is also in a stage 4 breakdown almost. So I think if it breaks these lows, there's not really anything stopping it from mid 300s. So Microsoft and Nvidia were the two leading stocks from 2023, 2024, and they have been slowing down. So we need to find new market leaders such as Tesla. I think Amazon is another one that looks pretty decent. Over here. Still maintaining this huge gap up from Monday. And yeah, I mean, small caps look pretty disgusting, but also keeping that higher high and higher low trend over here. So it's not the worst thing. Apple's always going to be Apple. Safe haven. It's going to go up. It's going to go down a little, go up a lot. Apple is just the beauty of a stock to own. And we'll look at Google over here. So Google looks pretty ugly, I can't lie. So the next market leadership looks to be growth stocks, as well as Tesla, as well as Amazon. So risk on stocks look decent at the moment. We got Tesla, BTC. We got Tesla and BTC basically foreshadowing, in my opinion, a market run up coming soon. Just the way they're looking, they've been holding up pretty decently. Obviously they flushed with the market, but I'm saying as of late, in the last week or so. And so I do think we're going to see something special coming from those stocks soon. Another one that I want to talk about is MSTR. It's just been flagging over here over the last 2 days that the market's been flushing. It's been holding up and recently broke out from this 3-4 months of consolidation. So MSTR, Last time broke out before BTC here in October, and then BTC broke out here in November. So this can also be foreshadowing what's gonna happen in the near future. And finally, another stock over here, Palantir. Finally, another stock over here, Palantir. Finally, another stock here, Palantir. So Palantir has been one of the big market leaders since, I want to say, yeah, November, since the election. So this one has bottomed. It's been a couple of weeks and has been leading us up, and somewhat relative strength over here. I mean, I know these last three candles are kind of ugly, but it could be considered just a bull flag. So I mean, PCE has a lot to decide here on the next market move. It could just be a whole bear trap on lower time frames, and then we rip higher and could keep ripping to new highs. If the tariffs are good, new money flowing in, everything's good news, we could be back at highs, I want to say, by like mid-April to end of April, and then see a nice market run up into June and probably dip out then. But I'm going to keep my eye on all of these. I do think we're shipping up to go back to highs, and I do think the market's bottomed, but I need to see a lot of confirmations, such as reclaiming the 200-day moving average as well as the 50-day moving average on SPY and QQQ. Then I would be pretty confident at bottom, and I want them to reclaim them convincingly, just not like we did here and then dip back down. So I want to spend 2-3 days above it, and then I'll be confident in going all into the markets again. So this is just what I'm seeing on my end. I just wanted to share with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this brief market analysis. I'm gonna have many more videos coming your way soon. I'm just brainstorming a lot of series and a lot of ideas that you guys will see in the summer, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.